Patch notes are an important thing. They let players know what happened in the most recent update of the game. Some patch notes are a lot more detailed than others, which is awesome. And some patch notes make me really just want to tear off my skin, roll it around on the carpet, put it back on to make myself feel slightly more uncomfortable for the rest of my life. Now that might be a bit of an extreme statement, and it is. However, there's this one thing in the Silksong patch notes that really just makes me want to rip my own hair off. And it's this little thing right here. Various smaller fixes and tweaks. Do you have any idea how infuriating that is? Do you have any idea how vague that is? Like seriously, there was so many things that were pushed out in the most recent patch of Silksong. There was a lot of buffs and a lot of nerfs. However, none of these, and I do repeat, none of these properly communicated. I don't think you understand how mind-numbingly frustrating it is, right, to see a new patch rolled out for Silksong, right? My eyes skim over it before reading it, and the one thing that my eyes always hang on, various small fixes and tweaks. I would like to know said fixes. I would like to know said tweaks. I would like to know said balancing. It's not hard, Team Cherry, please. Now, I know that not every game developer is going to put in the amount of time and effort that BT6 does for its patch notes. I understand that. It doesn't take hours upon hours to write out a couple things in terms of balancing. Like seriously, here, I'm gonna put it on screen right now. Writing all of this took me 5 minutes. And this is just the bare minimum we're asking for. The only thing I would like to see out of Silksong in the most immediate moment, a balancing section for the patch notes. Take what I showed on screen as an example of what you should do. Now, would I like to see exact numbers? Of course I would. I would love to see exact numbers. However, just seeing something in the balancing like, oh, you know, this thing got nerfed or this thing got buffed would incentivize players to take a secondary look at it. Just like, let me take a look at this to see if it's better or worse. And that's the thing that I don't like, is the fact that there is no way to know if something is good or bad unless you look up a separate YouTube video about the patch notes for balancing. I understand that, you know, this is a small minor nitpick, and I understand that, you know, people have probably grown used to the whole various small fixes and tweaks, right? I'm sure people have gotten used to that. I would like to see these various small fixes and tweaks. At least then I know, because who knows, I might be able to laugh at one of those things that'll be lumped into the various small fixes. So say for example, right, in the balancing section, it said Silk Spear rework. I would want to take a look at the rework then. So I'll load up the game, I'll put on Silk Spear, and I'll try it out for a bit to see what's going on. At least give us the most bare bones. I just wanted to rant about this because I looked at the patch notes for the most recent Silksong patch and I saw various small fixes and tweaks. I looked up a video about it and there was a lot. Here at the end of the video, I could say for you to do all the typical YouTuber stuff. However, I'm not going to. The only thing I want you to do as a viewer is to send this video to the developers through the proper channels to hopefully get this issue addressed, at least. Because I love Silksong. Outside of the whole overuse of 2-mass damage and multi-mass damage, it's fun. Now I'm done ranting. Act 2 video is coming soon, eventually, whenever I finish it. I'll see you later.